This video is sponsored by Unbound Merino. I just spent 10 days traveling Austria and Germany with just one carry-on size bag, which made it super easy to walk around, climb stairs, get on and off trains, and be nimble enough to help out with my 9-month-old daughter. And whatever your situation is, you can totally do this too. And that's why I'm making this video. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what I packed, and along the way, I'll explain why I packed it. Then at the end, I'll actually pack my bag so you can see how I do that. Hey guys, Nick here from Away Together. There's a lot of ground to cover in this video. I don't wanna waste your time. Let's dive right in. In terms of what I packed, there's really 4 categories: my bag, clothing, toiletries, and tech. Let's kick things off with the bag itself. Now look, I brought a backpack for this trip, but do not click away. I know many of you detest backpacks, and that's okay. Everything I'm gonna show you would all technically work with a carry-on suitcase too, and I can recommend some. The bag that I brought for this trip is one that I've wanted to use for a long time. It's the Nomatic Mckinnon camera bag. And the reason I chose this bag was twofold. First, this was our first big international trip with our 9-month-old daughter, and I wanted to be hands-free for her as we navigated airports and traveled from city to city. Secondly, this bag is really designed for safely transporting camera gear in addition to your clothing. And I don't know if you know this, but we have this little YouTube channel where we teach people about travel, so I have to lug all this camera equipment around. Yeah, it's fun. You should subscribe. That said, a few details about the bag. It's 35 liters and it expands to 42 liters, which is about perfect size for me. It's got a built-in area for camera gear, which is very customizable, and it's super protective and padded. The clothing area has built-in mesh zippered pockets and dividers. It's got a laptop sleeve and a water bottle pocket, and just a super sleek, water-resistant shell that is functional and attractive. I do have one gripe, and in the interest of being completely honest and unbiased with you all, I wanted to share that. The straps were not the most comfortable, and I kept wishing that there were more adjustments I could make. I just couldn't get really comfy with this bag. I'm definitely gonna use it again, but next time I'm gonna be sure to bring the included belt to take some pressure off my shoulders. As a quick mention, because I know I've mentioned it in other videos, I also brought my Wandered Packable Day Pack, which is a great way to have a small bag with you when you're out and exploring for the day without having to carry a second bag or piece of luggage with you onto the plane. It packs really tight, and I like it because you can also get it with an inflatable camera cube. Now, I brought some other bags or containers, if you will, with me, but I'm gonna cover them in more detail in their respective sections. So let's move on to clothing. When it comes to the clothing I pack, here are a few principles I live by. Planning to dress in layers allows me to pack less and save space by avoiding big, bulky items. The clothing I use is lightweight, wrinkle resistant, and dries pretty quick. It also all works together pretty well. Some people call this a capsule wardrobe, but really all that means is you wear basic stuff that goes together and you can kind of mix and match. That's it. I pack basically everything in compression packing cubes, and for a bag like the one I'm using, it's important to kit things together. I don't want loose stuff moving around. I organize and compartmentalize these cubes by function, if you will. I've got my main clothing cube, a socks and undies cube, and a workout gear cube. And then I lay my shorts or pants flat in the bag. Main clothing. So in terms of the main shirts that I would wear out and about during the day, I packed 5. Yes, 5, cinco. 10-day trip, 5 shirts. I packed 2 V-neck tees, 1 crew neck tee, a polo, and a button down. That's it. No, I'm not some gross, unhygienic person. Yes, my wife does have a sense of smell. The thing is, each of these 5 shirts are made of merino wool. And merino is a very special type of fabric because it's naturally antibacterial and odor resistant. You just don't have to wash it as often as cotton or other fabric types. Now that doesn't mean you can't wash it or that you have to wear it multiple days in a row, but theoretically you could. You just hang it up between wears and it feels fresh by the time you want to wear it again. Merino clothing is also pretty crease and wrinkle resistant, which makes it good for travel and packing, and it enables you to quickly just grab a new shirt without usually needing to iron it. All 5 of these shirts come from Unbound Merino, who I consider the best in the game for stylish and versatile Merino travel clothing. Unbound Merino was created by travelers for travelers. And the whole premise of their company speaks to the ethos of what I was talking about earlier. Travel light with a few quality items that work well together. And it doesn't hurt that they look good too. There's kind of just a classic, understated, timeless vibe about them. For example, I love this button down. It was the perfect look for a family photo shoot that we did in Hallstatt. And it's super, super soft. Unbound Merino did sponsor this video, but I've been wearing their stuff for years, and I think they're simply the best in the game. If you want to check out Unbound Merino, for a limited time, they're offering an exclusive coupon to Away Together viewers. You can get 10% off if you use the code AWAYTOGETHER10 at checkout. Thank you, Unbound Merino, for supporting our channel. In terms of bottoms, I brought one pair of pants, which I wore on the plane, and I packed one pair of shorts. These shorts are also by Unbound Merino, and one quick thing I like is the hidden zippered back pocket. I brought 5 pairs of Merino wool socks and 10 pairs of undies by Saks. I have clothes specifically for sleep, a lightweight pair of Nike shorts with a built-in lining, and a lightweight comfy t-shirt which doubles as an eye mask in a pinch. Workout gear, I brought a pair of workout shorts that could double as swim trunks if needed, and a workout shirt. And I packed them in their own separate packing cube in case they ever got sweaty. I'm a runner, so I always pack a pair of running shoes. It's one of my favorite ways to explore a new place. These are a little louder than I normally travel with color-wise, but they're my current pair. If you don't need workout shoes, it's still not a bad idea to have backup shoes with you. I packed my extra shoes in this dry bag, which I'll link below, but I'm about to test out the Peak Design shoe pouch. I'll let you know how that goes. My main shoes I wore on the plane and out and about every day are these Superior 5s by Ultra. Really, really comfortable for walking in all day. Now I'll say this about shoes, we didn't really go to any fancy places for dinner. We kept it pretty casual the whole trip. So if you do plan to go somewhere a little nicer, substitute the running shoes for a nicer pair. Finally, I brought a light jacket, which was great for the plane and those times when we got a little rain. One more note on clothing, because I've gotten a lot of questions on this issue. Laundry. I tend to try to book at least one place on a trip of this length with a washing machine. If you use Airbnb, you can even filter your search results for places that have washing machines. And I've gotten a lot of comments in regards to this, like, I'm on vacation, I don't want to do laundry. But it's so easy to throw a few pieces in on a quick cycle at night and then just hang it to dry before you go to bed. If you pack light, you're not doing a gigantic load of laundry like you would at home. That's what I do. Do whatever works for you. I don't care. If you need to wash something but you don't have a washing machine, it's also not hard to bring a piece or two into the shower with you, rinse it with some soap, and hang it overnight. To me, it takes very little time, and special trips to the laundromat are not required. If you don't want to do this, then just pack a checked bag. Toiletries. When it comes to toiletries, personally, I'm about as basic as it gets. My wife, Allie, has perfected the art of packing everything a woman would ever need to feel beautiful in a carry-on only, TSA-compliant, state-of-the-art way. If you want to see that, I will link one of her videos and you can check that out. Here's what I brought. A travel toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss picks. I brought some hair paste for that signature Mckinnon look. This is by Redken. I brought my razor and this portable beard trimmer by Philips. I also brought some body wash. That's it. I put my liquids in these gravel liquid bottles, which are travel sized and they nest really nicely. And it all goes in this Osprey toiletry bag, which rolls up really, really small. I like that it has a hook. When it comes to the tech I travel with, there are really 2 categories: travel related stuff and camera gear. I'm gonna spend the most of our time talking about standard travel tech because I know that's what most of you are here for, but I'm also gonna quickly run through my camera gear for anyone who's curious. Standard tech. Now, if I weren't filming anything for this channel, this is all I would bring. I always travel with my phone, I have an iPhone, my watch, a great set of headphones, and my laptop. My main travel adapter is this Epica universal travel adapter. I like it because you can charge up to 6 devices at once. It's got AC power, 4 USB slots, a USB-C, and it's incredibly highly rated. It's around 20 bucks on Amazon, and I like that it's one charger that's gonna cover me in most places. I bring chargers for my phone, watch, and computer, which can all charge simultaneously with the Epica. I also carry a portable power bank. This one is from Anker, and it's the Power Core 3. Anker makes really good stuff. Speaking of which, I have this Anker extension cable brick, which has 3 AC plugs and 3 USB plugs. Inevitably, we always end up in one location with outlets nowhere near the bed, and this just comes in handy when that happens. Speaking of needing to charge a bunch of stuff, let me quickly run you through my camera gear. My main camera is the Sony a7 III, and I use the Tamron 17-28 f2.4 lens. For audio, I have a shotgun mic by Sony, and I've been loving this DJI lapel mic set. That's actually the audio that you're hearing now. The lapel mic works well with our main camera or our phones, and it allows both Allie and I to have our own mics very close to our face with just one main receiver, creating hopefully a better audio experience for you guys. I use an ND filter on my lens, and I tend to mount everything on the Joby GorillaPod. Some other pieces of my camera kit. I love flying my drone, and I have the DJI Mavic Air 2S. Check out this castle I filmed just outside of Vienna. Filming takes time, and now that we're traveling with our little girl, I just wanted to make filming as easy and as stress-free as possible. So I got 2 new things to help with that just before this trip. First off, I got the Insta360, which is incredibly easy and fun to use. Filming at 360 degrees means I can choose the angle in post, which is a game changer. It means I don't have to film things 2 or 3 times. And I got this gimbal for my iPhone. This is by DJI as well, and it's been the easiest gimbal ever. I will say, if any of you were interested in easing in to filming your travels yourself, the 2 things I would recommend grabbing first would not be some fancy camera and lens. Get that stuff later, but if you're gonna ease in, the 2 things I'd recommend would be 1, something to stabilize your footage, and 2, an external mic set. And DJI didn't tell me to say this or anything. They don't even know I exist, frankly. But this gimbal and the mic set that I mentioned earlier are plug and play, easy, and relatively affordable compared to a fancy camera rig. Of course, all these things I mentioned need batteries and cables. The batteries pack pretty easily, and I keep all the cables organized in this little mesh cube from Travel. Okay, I think the only thing I haven't mentioned at this point is my water bottle, which doesn't fit really into any of the 4 categories, but here it is. It's made by Awala, keeps my water super cold. I love it. Okay, let me quickly pack this bad boy for you. I pack the large main compartment first. I like this area a lot. There's a place for everything. This is where my large packing cube, extra shoes, and day pack go. And by the way, I roll my tops before I put them into the cube. This is also where I put all my camera gear. I position the camera body right by this external pocket, which allows for quick access in case I need to grab a shot. On the lid side, cables and small items go into the zippered pockets, and the laptop slides into the dedicated laptop sleeve. This is also a good place for any documents that we need to keep flat and crispy. All electronics and tech, save the ones that I want to grab on the plane, go in here. Then in the smaller clothing compartment, I have the packing cube for my undies, packing cube for my workout gear, my toiletry bag, and my cable organizer. My socks ended up fitting better into one of the built-in pockets here as well, so I used that. I packed my shorts into this flat area here, and I also put the Joby GorillaPod in this area when it wasn't in use. Finally, I put the things that I wanted quick access to, like my headphones and glasses, in this front pouch. And my water bottle slips into the side pocket. There you have it, my friends. I hope you got value out of this video. If you'd be interested in seeing my wife, Allie, film a similar kind of video breaking down what she packed for this trip, comment Allie below. If you're interested in more info about one bag travel, check out this video. And if you're planning a first-time trip to Europe and you want more helpful travel tips and advice, check out this video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy travels.